Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a chocolate based berry drink. This is very high in antioxidants and minerals. All the ingredients that I'm going to be using here are mainly the ones you're seeing right now. I'm going to be using the blend tech for this. You could do a variation of this warm as well if you'd like. The only thing you have to change is, instead of putting ice and some RO water that I'm going to be adding now, is that you have to use hot water and skip the fruits. Basically, you really have to skip the fruits if you want to give that coffee-like chocolate-like texture. Sorry. So let me start with the fruits, which is easy. I'm going to add a banana. Just going to peel it up real quick. Okay, this goes in. Then I'm going to go with the berries. These are some frozen blueberries, organic, that I have collected the other day. For this I'm going to use, scoop out some of it. I'm going to get probably 1 or 2 teaspoons. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, 2 of those. 1. I don't want a strong berry flavor. I still want the chocolate to be the prominent. Maybe I'll go with 3. I still want the chocolate to be the prominent flavor in this smoothie. The berries are just there to add some sweetness to it, not really, to replace the flavors of the chocolate. So I'll start by adding the cocoa nibs. These are really good because they're raw. I highly recommend you don't go with the powder. The powder gets processed by a grinder, and that adds heat and it destroys some of the nutrition. Just go with the raw, chocolate nibs. They're pretty bitter. If you were to try some of that on its own, it's pretty bitter. So basically, you need to put some sweetener there. I'm going to use 3 of these tablespoons. They're full. They're quite full. Heaping spoons, I would say. 2. I like the strong chocolate flavor, so I add quite a bit of chocolate into it. Feel free to adjust your portions. If you don't want it too chocolatey, you probably want to reduce that. And now I'm going to add what I call, the supplements in here. So these are all. So the lucuma powder. It's very, very, very good as a sweetener. If you want to avoid artificial sweeteners or anything like that, you probably want to go with lucuma powder. I really like the flavor if you try it raw. It's not extremely sweet like stevia, but it's pretty sweet overall. So don't overdo that. I'm probably going to go with overall it's going to be 1 teaspoon. And it goes 1 more. Again, be careful with this. You don't want to go too high you don't want to put too much of that. It's going to make your drink quite, sweet. Moving on, I'm going to add some noni powder. Noni powder is, it comes from the noni fruit. It's grinded. It's pretty good. It matches very well, I find, with the chocolate nibs. It has that same coloring. The flavor is not the same, of course, but it just matches well. I think coloring and the whole texture of it. So I'm just going to add half a teaspoon of that powder in there into my drink, and I'll finish it up with shilajit. Shilajit is like it's mainly 60% fulvic acid, which is very good because it helps carry all the nutrients into place and where it is, and it's very, very rich in minerals. It's actually harvested from the Himalayan mountain under that thick layer of snow that you have. You get the shilajit. It's I think farmers go and harvest it afterwards once it's done. It's pretty good. It's basically a replacement of salt for me. You always need to have, when you're putting so many sweet ingredients like berries, lucuma, bananas, you want something to counterbalance that. It just brings the ingredients better, and that's going to be shilajit in my case. Sometimes I use this salt here. It's a black lava salt. Let me get it. I really like that as well. But in this video, I'm going to go with shilajit. You only need a little bit. This is very, very strong and very potent. I have to warn you. So you only want to use like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is this. This is even less. Because it's so strong and so potent, you want to keep it to a minimum. If you try it on its own, it's very, very, very bitter, and it's basically somewhere between a bitter flavor and a salty flavor. I don't know how to describe it exactly. You gotta try this if you want to be adventurous. Shilajit is the name. So I think I have everything in there. I think I might actually add one more thing. I went to the gym this week and I did heavy legs. So I don't really use a lot of protein, but I think my body needs some extra whey in. So I'm gonna use some of my chocolate whey. This is a grass-fed chocolate whey. I don't really use it that much, but I think I'm gonna add some of it in there to get that protein up. I'm gonna bring up about 20 grams of that. That's gonna be 20 grams of protein in there, chocolate, and it blends in well with all the ingredients. Maybe I'll add a little bit more water because it's gonna get quite thick. You don't want to do that if you're going to be doing a hot drink. You don't really want to add the protein in there. It's really going to throw off the flavor completely. This goes only with a cold drink, so be careful with that. And I think I'm going to blend the stuff now, and we should have the drink quite soon. It's done. Bring out a cup real quick. See the texture of this. I'm curious how it came out because I added some more water at the end. Hoping I got it right. Seems pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks great. Let's try it out and see. Oh my god, that's great. I can feel the flavor of the berries and the nice flavor of the chocolate. It's not overpowering. None of the ingredients are overpowering. You can actually feel the flavor of the noni as well. This is really good. I highly recommend you guys try this. Give it a shot and let me know. Thank you.